Good morning and welcome back to Griffin in Indiana. Cabin was so cozy, didn't have to worry about a tent. I just had a call. They've got a job for us. There's a tractor and plow. I think it's field 9. Let's get it going, I reckon. So we've got a couple of wrong button. Take out the stop sign. Sorry. A couple of jobs to get done. There's 2 field 21, field 9. Get a bit of extra cash in the bank. The land that we're after is about 130,000. It's that old abandoned farm. It's near the distributed animal dealer. I think we're going to be hooking it. We've probably got some seeds made up. I've just got to work out where that production point is. We can go and grab that and put that into our garden. I think I've turned that back now to storing so we can sell it. We're not going to need a whole heap of seeds right now. I think every now and then if we do a run seed and then a run of product, it's going to be better for us. Should be heaps better. Met a few of the locals last night. They come down, a bit inquisitive. There's a bloke there with a garden and a little cabin on a vacant lot. So they all seem nice. The lady with the crops in her backyard, she's actually expanding and gonna put a little bit more in there. She's an elderly lady, and she uses that she's retired, doesn't have a pension. She's looking at putting like a little greenhouse in there. I've said I've got some product there, so we can always swap and trade. Go from there. Shouldn't be too bad. But that's the plan for today, is just get as much as we can done, without being as boring as for you guys. Yeah, I think there's ploughing. I'll have a quick look. We'll get up here where it's a bit more straighter. Some baling contracts and some spraying contracts. So we'll do these two to start with. That'll give us 20 grand. That'll get us up over the 100,000. Yeah, and then we need 30,000. I mean, we can always take out a little loan for it, but I'd prefer to try and get as much as we can. There are some locals that need some work done. They need some mowing done. They need some other stuff done where they're not really willing to go through the agency for contracting. They'd rather just barter, trade, or just cash. I've told a few of them I just want cash to buy the land, and I need a trailer. I need a few other bits and pieces too. So there's a bloke up the top. He's got a huge big farm up there. He's got little odd jobs need doing. Got some cattle, grass, all that sort of stuff. So we could look into that as well if need be. But for now, we're just doing laps and ploughing and getting it done. So hopefully we can make some cash. I accidentally turned it on two-day months instead of one. I flicked it back now, so I'm not sure if this month will be 2 days or not. We'll have to wait and see. There is rain due. Not sure when. About lunchtime, 1 o'clock. So we've got a few hours to get these done before the rain starts, and then we'll have to look at something else for us to do if it gets too boggy. That's the plan. That's what we're doing today. Just some ploughing, tidying up, have some lunch, and keep at it. I might throw a bit of a cruise control time lapse or something up for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll just keep getting at it. welcome back. We've got the last little bit here just to do. I think the contract's already finished, but we'll just clean it all up, get it done. This thing spins on a dime. Never used it before. I thought like it looks ugly, so I never used it. Alright, so we have to head over to field 9. Where's that at over there? We'll just zoom through over here. Get that one done. There's not many others that have popped up, I don't think. We've got baling, ploughing. Ploughing one could be good. That looks like a pretty decent sized field, number 7. 7. Down here, that's not a bad one. Come over here, get back on the road, and we'll have a look. But yeah, a bit of cash for just 130,000. I think the land is what we need, and that'll buy us that derelict block there. I had a look in there. Looks like there's a little cultivator and some bunky old machinery. I don't know if any of it works. There's a tractor and looks like a digger or an excavator there. I haven't gone right in there. I just went for a walk last night. I couldn't sleep, and that's what I seen. But oh, sorry, sign. This thing's a bit sketchy, trying to keep it straight. But yeah, I spoke to the real estate. They said we could probably get it for about 120, 125. Not sure if we'll keep our land that we currently have or sell that to get the new one. We'll have to see how we go with that one, I guess. Here we are. It's such a big field, it's not too bad. I thought this was going to be a big one as well. Yeah, I was just hoping to get some land or get access to a field or something this month or next month, because it's almost, you know, too late to do anything. We can't really plant anything after that except for grass. And that's what I was sort of thinking about doing at the place right now, is mowing the grass and then ripping it all up, turning it into a field and putting grass down. I cut the end of there one if not careful. At least that way then we got something we can harvest or mow every few days to get some money coming in, even if we just mow it and bale it and sell it as hay bales or silage bales, something like that. I know it's not a whole lot, you know, if we get 5 or 6 off each one. In a second we'll have a look at the price. It's a pretty decent price, I think. Where is it? Manure. I'm past it. There's an oil pump out there in land that doesn't exist. Let's turn this on worker for a second. Have a look, see what silage bales are. Digestate, vegetable fat. I didn't think all these ones would go in the middle. There's actually silage here. Canola oil. I must be going blind, I can't see it. There we go. So they're 548 per 1,000 litres, so you know that's not too bad. Farm supplies production red. Must be 2 different drop-off areas. But yeah, that's, you know, if we get 4 or 5 of them, that's $2,500 every time. I was looking at leasing that thing. Lease that. And then get a cheap baler. I think there's a couple of modded ones in here that we could do. Oh, not them ones. That one there, we could do that. That would work. That one there. So we've got a few options like that one there, that one there, that one there. It shoots out square, tiny bales, doesn't it? Yep. But I mean, these need 74 kilowatts. Try to work out how much horsepower. 100 horsepower. Where's the other little one? I think our tractor could run that. 90 horsepower. Oh, we only got 50, so probably not. But yeah, that was my plan, but obviously that tractor can't run it, so that's not going to be the plan now. I'll take back over from this. Get the lights on, but yeah, that was the plan, just to throw some grass down somewhere, even just get a mower to mow it, or sell the grass as grass. Like, sorry, jumping back through this all the time. I'm just trying to work out what to do next. So selling grass as grass is still 148. Make it hay 178. You know, like, there's options here. Get some cows. We could put some chickens down or something, I guess, like. Get some animals. Cows are too expensive, we can't afford them. But chickens we could put in like one of these coops here. Obviously we don't own this land. We'll put something like that in. I think this is the one I usually use. Is it that one? Nope. That one holds 500. I think I use this one. 63,000. It's a lot of cash, but I mean, it's... What do you do? Like... Animals... Chickens. I don't know how much room we got here, so that's why... That one holds 5,000, so that's out. 1,500, 720. This one's expensive, 99,000. I'm not sure why, but it looks like it's got extra storage for food. I have been using that one. That holds a fair bit. And that's not going to take up a whole heap of land. That would leave us like a little bit of area for grass. But the one I'm looking at buying, where is it? Over here. This one here, you know, there's heaps of room. We could throw it up in here, throw it down here, but I wouldn't mind trying to get all these trees down. See, there's a loader, tractor, an old truck. I don't know if any of them work. You know, we could throw this here, even it's not really in the way because there's no fences. You'd be able to drive through, or we get rid of that shed and put it here. But it'd be cool to get rid of all these trees and turn that into a field. I have to get a stump grinder, and I don't think our tractor would run that. Forestry, where are we? What's that basic one? That's 90 horsepower. See, we might be able to get away with it. The tractor may run it, but it says 50 horsepower, so I definitely ain't running that. Or that. So it's yeah, I mean, we could lease the machine. If we're going to do that, we're going to need like 150, 160,000 because we're going to have to lease a machine to get the trees down as well. But then, you know, there is the money we'd make from the trees, which should pay for the lease of a machine. So lots of things to think about, but that's the plan for today or tomorrow. Is just move forward with it, get that land, try and get it before it gets into winter, and get that open air garden there open up, maybe some chickens and a bit of a field, but at least we can mow it. You know, if we're going to lease a machine to run a stump grinder, we can lease a machine to run a baler. So that's my thoughts. Okay, still ploughing down here on field 7 now. The other one finished up. We're still about 60-70 grand shy of the target I need. Like, I was thinking we could maybe lease a bobcat or a skid steer. A tree be gone. We need to lease a baler, possibly a tractor for that baler. So it's probably 20 grand in leasing fees there just alone. And I mean, once we buy the land, that would be worth it because there's a lot of grass there that we could mow and bale. But I want to get a bale wrapper so we can turn it into silage. I think that's the best way to go. 5 bales of silage would pay for the lease. If we get 10 or 15 bales, it's all a win. So, but yeah, new owner, new machinery. There's a baling contract waiting for us. We'll have to pick that one up too. I'm just trying to be a little bit of a contract hog at the moment. I'm not used to playing series with contracts. Usually just tree lopping and silage and grass. So I know next month we'll have harvest contracts. And pretty much after that there's going to be nothing. So I think the more that we can get done, the more money we can make. It's just going to be better for all, just easier. We can get our own little bit of land, turn some profit off that land, let it start to pay for itself, and then keep expanding. Like I'm not sure. Hang on a second, we'll have a look. Wrong one. I mean, some small land like this stuff. What are we? Do we buy that for 160 grand or that for 180 grand instead? That's, 2800 and 9,000, 312,000. Expensive. 187. That one in the middle that we want's like 130. We got these ones up here at grass fields, like 400,000, 800,000, like little tiny grass fields. They're expensive. 68. I mean, we could buy that 68,000. Should actually go up there and have a look at that and see what's on that land. Maybe a little bit of trees, bit of grass. I don't know. It's one of them things. So I think we'll just keep doing what we're doing. I really, buying this land, I think it was this one. Nope. We own that land, so it must be this land here. One of these ones. That's about 120,000. So we could make pretty good cash off that, and it's close to everything. Just a good home base. And then maybe the other land we got, we just leave that as grass or just put open air gardens on it for now. I'm not sure, no idea. We'll have to work it out. But I might leave the worker on here for a minute, even though it's costing me money. And we may go for a drive up to this one and see what's... See, you can't get to it. That's the problem. Send him up there because it's 30 kilometers an hour. It's slow and steady. And I think we'll go up there. I'll come back to you once a day. We'll have a look around. That might be worthwhile buying that if it's a decent sized lot. A little bit of trees, bit of grass already there. We can keep our little house down here. With the open air garden a little bit and put a couple more in there, earn some cash from that. And maybe we start our base on this one. I mean, there's not a whole lot around us that we can buy though, so we'll see what's up there when we get there, and we'll pop back and we'll sort it out. Alrighty, welcome back. I'm just ducking down to the real estate. I gave him a call because I said I was asking about that land, the derelict land. I'm like, is that 110,000? Like, no, it's 48,000. Ooh, freebie. Yeah, it's cheap. The land around it's super cheap too. Like, This one up here, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cheap. I went and had a look. It's a pretty big lot. When I rang him about this one, I think this one here, I can't remember how much it was, but this one here is only 48,000. So yeah, we have the cash. We're going to buy it, and that's it's going to be ours. So we'll get this sorted. We'll sign it off with them. The bank and the real estate all in one. You know it's going to be a good deal. Nice and easy, I suppose. They can get your finance for the house nice and easy. Right, 46,800. That's ours. Let's go and have a look at our new property. I'm sitting there going, how are we going to get 130, 130, 130? I don't know why I thought it was that much, but it's not. They also said there's a vacant lot next to it. This one just here. That may be something that we can purchase later, maybe just extend a field down through here. But because we don't really have any neighbours, or we do on one side, I mean, I can't see it being an issue if we remove this fence and put a field in there. And even if we just make it grass. So yeah, welcome home. This is the new farm. This is ours. They said there's water on site. There's no living premises, but that's only just up the road there. Got an open air garden. Got an old truck that I don't think's ever going to run. Nope. You're dead. Got a water well. The shed may go. This thing's dead. She ain't never going to run. Not too bad, honestly. Get rid of some of these trees. Laughing. I was hoping that thing was going to be good, but it's not. So we're on the market. We're going to have to sort ourselves out a better tractor. I'm just wondering what are. Yeah, just so you can see. Oops. 46,000. See, if we want to sell it, that's what we get. You said there's a slasher and a mower. I can see the slasher. I can't find the mower, so I'll have to find that later. But a cultivator, not a slasher. I wonder if that one does that one let you do create fields. That is the question. Let's have a look. If it does, we can start ripping it up. No, this is ours. We'll probably get rid of this barn eventually. For now, we'll leave it because we've got nothing to replace it with. That old shed, probably get rid of. Why is that off? Oh, doesn't do create field, so that's something that we're going to have to. It's pretty cool animation. That's winding the wheels down. That's something that we're going to have to look at. We're going to have to get ourselves a cultivator that's not very big, so we can actually rip this up. And also get rid of these machines. Is that going to cost us money? Because that may turn a nice cheap property into an expensive mess. Oh, we got a couple grand back for it for scrap. That's okay. Alright, so we made a few $1,000s from getting rid of that. What's this worth? I don't know if I want to sell that yet. Maybe later. I was thinking about selling this. And maybe just putting another one up over here. You could do that maybe. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to get a bobcat or a wood chipper or something just to get rid of these trees. They're a bit of a pain in the bum to chop with all them stalks hanging off. But that's us. We own it. We'll have a look around and get back to you and see what we're doing next. Alright, it's raining a little, so you can't do any ploughing. I just leased this little New Holland bobcat or skid steer, depending on where you're from. And one of these tree gone things. I've never used this small one before. I figured we'll come in here and we'll wipe out some of these trees. I was going to get some forestry equipment and I just thought, no, it's just too much hassle with it. little trees and that are there, it's just not really worth it. So get this thing spinning up and see how it works, I guess, and try and get this rain to pass. Probably could do with a bit more of a bigger bobcat. I'll make life a bit easier. I don't know if these are trees or shrubs, so we may have to just get rid of them by planting. Adding down some grass. Yeah, this is what we're doing, just clearing this out. If it takes this big one. Oh, wicked. Yeah, some of these trees are just a bit of a pain in the bum to cut. Without the right gear, we don't have it, so it's just like, let's get rid of these ones. And then we can do some grass or a field or some animals or whatever we want to do. Crazy, the small ones don't tend to want to go down, but the big ones are just usually like donk. I said that, and this one won't now, watch. Yeah, she's a bit front heavy with this on it. This one's got about 10 horsepower more than it needs. I should have probably spent like an extra few $100 and got the bit bigger one. Would have been super cool if there was like a mower attachment for the front of this, but maybe there is in the mod hub, I haven't seen it. That's that, that's the field beard up. A couple more over here. Is this one a tree? Hard to tell sometimes the bushes from the trees. Best thing is all the stumps and everything are gone too. I'll take this one out over here. Not too fussed about these ones, but we'll get rid of them anyway for now. Once we work out what we're doing with the property, we can always plant some little saplings and grow our own stuff again. At least the roots are gone, everything's gone, it's just so much better. Last one, I think, the rest of the saplings. Probably take it back though, we'll double check that. Go into our landscaping, grass. That's not cheap. I thought it was free to do grass. I was going to relay all the grass that's a tree there, but it looks like it's not free, so we won't be doing that. Tree. Oh, we spent about 10 grand. Looks better though, well worth it. Luckily we didn't take that thing back, otherwise we'd be stuck with a few little trees in our way. But I mean, that's a pretty decent sized field if we wanted to plough it all up, even if we just put grass down. We could just give it a mow, put some fresh grass down and then collect it all again. Should be good. We'll get all this sorted out and we'll come back and work out what we're going to do. Alright, so I've just quickly come up here to start this baling contract. I know it's raining and we can't bale it, but we do have to tether it to dry it out anyway, so may as well get a little bit done while we've got nothing else that we can do. We've got all the gear up here now. We've got the trailer, the baler, the windrower, the little tractor brought up some stuff, so we'll probably use a little tractor to ted it, because that can handle it, and then this one can do all the other stuff it needs to do. Other than that, that's what we got going on, just getting a couple of runs done around here to get all this grass sorted out. And like I said, because we have to ted it and dry it out anyway, we can wait until the rain stops and the sun comes out, and we can do that hopefully this afternoon. But yeah, the plot's all cleaned out. It'd be super cool if I could use this gear to actually mow my own plot, but I don't think that's going to happen. Even if we could sneakily use this tractor to run the baler, if we at least one. But yeah, it is what it is. This contract's worth about $8,000, I think, so once that's done, that'll give us enough money to sort that out, and then it'll be good. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now, just getting this sorted. Getting all the edges done out as far as we can, so we can hopefully make a bit of extra cash off it. Even keep some bales for ourselves once we get some animals, or during winter when we need a bit of extra cash. Not a bad little setup, this one. I've never really used one of these side mower setups before. I tend to usually just try and get a bigger rear one that does both sides, but does its job for sure. Nice and tidy there. Alright, we'll get the rest of this done and this lined up nice and straight, get more out of it, more out of each run that we can. Pop back when the sun's out. Welcome back. The rain finally cleared up about half an hour ago, just before 3. So I'm just back down here now. We've done the top lot. This is just the last of the bottom, and then I was going to head down and try and do something with our property. But I get me a tractor that can run a bale. I don't think you can use this baler on your own land. I think it's just for contract use only. I'm not sure about the tractors, but we'll test that out down there, I guess. But for now, we'll just pick up these last few bales. I missed a bit there with the windrower. That's a bit crappy. But yeah, it rained pretty solid for the last 3 hours in game, so I've just been doing things that I can do, mowing some grass. And then once the rain stopped, I tedded windrowed, except for this part here, it looks like. Clean up all this excess stuff just so it's easier for us. Let's see, this tool is reserved for contract use only, so I'm not sure if we could actually use that on our property, which I doubt it, so maybe the tractor, but definitely not the baler. But I think so far we've got 26 bales. They're down at the spare lot next to where they've got to be sold, so we can take them all together at once. I'd say it's probably going to clear one contract before the other. These are both the same landowner, both the same contract. They both had to be tedded, windrowed and baled. I accidentally started out with the wrong bale size. I think I've only got them at like 100 and, yeah, so that's the 30th one we've just done then. I think it's only 125 centimetre bales, the small ones, unfortunately. It's been a lot of stop start, stop start, stop start. But this middle row doesn't have a lot of grass in it, so we're getting through it a bit faster. Come back and clean up those little bits and pieces. Just if we need to get an extra bale. Another one. It's at 31. So yeah, I thought I'd get the other ones done so we're not sitting there for 15 hours doing the same thing over and over. Bring you along for the ride for the last 5 or 6 bales and I've literally got their equipment just everywhere. It's strewn all over the place. Yeah, this seems, compared to the automatic baler, this is a lot easier. Doesn't seem to be so glitchy, missing stuff in turns and corners. Bit of a patch over there that we can pick up too. Get this little bit before we forget. But yeah, I think the top contract was 8 grand. This is 4 grand minus the machinery. So yeah, I mean that's 12. I'll say let's call it 10, 11 grand after the lease. And then there's grass on both of our properties. It's been mowed, ready to bale up to. So, well, are we gonna have enough to complete the last bale? I don't know. Gosh, look at that. Wicked. Alright, we'll send this back down to the farm. I'd say once we get down there, we'll have to like hire ourselves a tractor. But I can't find any balers that will run on that little tractor. Well, we'll just park it, send it here. You know, yeah, we're gonna have to now. Unhitch that, we'll get our trailer. That was close. Reset, operating position, and let's go. At least this, it's only like, I think it's $800 or $600 for the day. Because I had 2 baling contracts and there was 36 bales. I wasn't going to carry them back on those forks. So forks only take 2 on the front, 2 on the rear, and that would have been a lot of driving back and forward. So yeah, glad I got this one. I think that's it. So we will head back to the sell point, load up the other ones, and finish it off, I reckon. I'm just heading back to the sale point. Quieter in the cab. See, all our grass is mowed there. So we got a couple of pieces of corn. It's, X, I think. How many of these we can pick up? Oh, that's full. Why's that window off again? Gotta work out how to operate it. So it needs to go, these contracts need to go to Larson's livestock. Larson's livestock. I think that's right next to us, but I'm just going to double check to make sure. Yep. Don't want to take it somewhere and sell it in the wrong spot. Both the contracts is finished. That's crazy. We've still got what, 6, 7 bales. Reset, operating. I don't know. May as well sell these ones too, I guess, because we're still going to have all of our property ones. So As well as that mode, I got one of the middle 2.5 meter front mowers and done all of that. Just the windrower that we got up for this contract, I actually leased that one, so we can use that down here too. I actually should have brought it down. Load. There you go. Extra $5,000, so that's paid for all of the lease equipment stuff anyway. I wonder if I lease a baler, will it work behind this tractor? Before we end the contract, it might be worthwhile giving that a shot. Big outdoor spa and deck there. Here's all the extra equipment. See that spikes? That's what they wanted me to take all them bales back with. No, thank you. Baler. I want to get one that wraps. This one. How can it be? $5,000. Well, we just made an extra $5,000, so let's give it a shot. Actually, I wonder if this tractor will run it. Think about that. It's a pretty big machine. Well, it turned on. Turn it off to it. It's going to be a bit of a pain in the butt to get that around some tight corners, but let's go 150. Automatic drop on. I'll pick up, and hopefully we can fit it through the garage. Would have been a bit easier if we can have all this windroad. See, there's a mower in there, that little thing. That actually came with the, that was here on the property with the cultivator. But see, now this is all done, and mowed. We could probably just get a plough. Missed all of that, dang it. Get ourselves a plough and plough this field up. Tossing up whether to get rid of this fence or not, because it's sort of annoying you can't get right to the edge. Super handy if we could just get that little bit further in, but sure we can squeeze it in, make it work, I guess. These aren't going to be getting sold straight away, these are just going to be turned into silage. Thankfully that won't drop it straight away, so I can get it a bit further away from that fence line. I think if we can get 5 to 10 bales off this in our field, our house one, that's going to be a fair bit of clean. Especially in silage, this is going to be hard to pick up all this. I don't think we're going to get it all. Didn't really think about this. Such a huge machine. Tight, tight. Sorry about that, the new dog had a big barking. One of the kids must have ran past and made a bang. Dog crapped himself and barked. Scared the living Jesus out of me. Got that last bit, that's the main thing. What are we up to? 3 already, that's not too bad. A little bit of a crappy spot here where they put that garden. Yeah, maybe we might even get 5 just off this field, so if we get a couple off the other one, that's a win for sure. Should have changed the wrap colour to blue or grey or something, just something different. Number 4. See, I don't know how profitable the field's going to be, but I mean, there's a field right next door, so if we can make this place earn us some money and help us expand, even if we sell it or put it towards productions, you know, buy the grain mill when we got enough money, turn it into bread, you know, whatever, make flour, make bread, whatever we can, just to increase the profits. I seen today there was a ice cream shop mod come out. That could be another one cool to be added to it. There's a pizza shop, an ice cream shop, there's all sorts of stuff out there now, so always helps make it a bit more fun and entertaining when there's all extra stuff that you can do. Number 5. We'll probably go close to getting 6, but I don't think we'll get 6 totally, but there's little bits extra. And by getting to use this tractor, it saves us having to lease one too, so that saved us a couple of grand. It doesn't like running it, but it's running it. Like, it's not doing great, but it's free. So I thought get this done and dusted while we're still at the contract. As soon as I end the contract, we lose the machine, so we're going to be just a bit shy of getting the 6th one off this property. Turn that off and try and squeeze through. I don't know if we're going to get the baling trailer in here, in all honesty. Oh, binned it. Yeah, that little mower works well on the old tractor. Just leaves a few bits of mess, a few bits and pieces on the road and on the corners that we're not going to be able to get, but still better than nothing. It's number 6, so maybe we'll get number 7. We might get 7.5, but I don't think we're going to get 8. Up all these little bits laying around. That's a really pain in the butt spot to dump that. Come on, let's go. If we, yeah, we'll get 7 easily, but then we're going to get 8. It's still, I was only expecting 5 or 6 really, so that's a win. And I mean, if the field was a proper field with a good yield, you'd probably get 4 just off this property, not just a couple like we got now. Have to work out somewhere. Maybe we're going to stash these on that property next to the buy-all. Let them ferment. And then we got some corn there. That's our first boxes of corn. Wicked. Yeah, let them ferment. And then next month we can sell them off and get some cash for them. I think we own all the grass around the sides of the road, so we could go and mow all that stuff and get it all sorted, but I'm not going to do that right now. It'd be cool just to get the 8th bale, but it's not going to happen off this lawn. Over 50%, but not enough. Right, we'll go and get this trailer, pick up all the bales, and stash them. We made it in. Maybe if I can't sleep later, I'll just grab that little mower and throw it on the back of the tractor and go and mow all around the roadside and stuff, try and get a few more silage bales, but better than nothing, honestly. So wicked. Now we've got to wait for the train. Anyway, this is, here we go, it's all done. That's 6, 7. That is our first load of our own silage bales, or first load of our own of anything really. Transporting. I think we'll leave this stashed down here beside the sell all container. Won't go too close to it in case it sucks them in. I can leave it sitting like that. Now that's done, we can end these contracts. Wicked. So end of the day with almost that 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, almost 12 grand. Just under 100k, so not too bad. But thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. Give us a thumbs up and like and subscribe if you did. Let us know in the comments what you want to see us do next. Don't forget to check the description for our Discord. And hope you all have a great, safe day. Thanks for watching. See you soon.